All right, welcome back to our episode. Ryan here with Chaos and Main. Today we have on Nazim Sadykhov, who's coming off a win last weekend at UFC Vegas. Nazim, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling amazing.
Yeah,
Feeling amazing.
yeah, UFC debut win. It can't get much better than that. How did you celebrate the win after the fight in Vegas?
Honestly, I didn't do anything crazy. I don't like to do crazy things. I don't have any interesting stories to tell you or any adventures from Saturday night after the fight. I just hung out with friends at Aljo's. We ate food, and that's it. I don't even drink
Yeah.
or any. I don't even party like that. So, uh, didn't do much. Just chilled and went to sleep early. And yeah, I've been pretty much just eating ever since.
Yeah, I mean, after the weight cut, getting some food in the body, hanging with the crew. And after the fight now that you're back home, right? You're in Brooklyn. Are you in Brooklyn or
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn right now.
Yeah, so are you back in training now? What are you up to now after the fight? You trying to get back in training? What's it been like now?
Uh, just, I am training today. I'm gonna get a lift in.
Okay.
But overall, I'm just dealing with a few bumps and bruises. Like I can't really grapple or roll with these stitches. So that's gonna take another maybe 5 days before I take those out. I can't punch too hard. I have like a bump that I'm seeing on my right hand. Nothing major though. There's no break or anything like that. So, uh, luckily I'll be back to training really soon. Right now, just enjoying family time, time with friends that I haven't seen in a few months, and that's it. Just relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just recover my body.
Yeah, well, glad to hear you're recovering, getting better. And I wanted to ask you this, whenever I have like people on before their UFC debut, they always give me a mixed response. So for you, how are you feeling when you were walking out, UFC debut? Some of the people I have on, it's mixed. Sometimes they say, yeah, they're feeling the nerves a little bit, UFC debut, but some of them are just like, just another fight. I'm gonna go out there and do my thing. How are you feeling for your first UFC fight?
Honestly, I felt good. I felt good. It's just there was something like for my I just know my potential of how I can perform. I
Yeah.
just was under the impression when the fight was done, when they ruled it off, when they called it off in the third round, I was under the impression that I could have done slightly better than what I did. So that's why I went to talking about jitters and all this stuff. And I don't know if that's really what it was because I didn't have extra nerves that it was a UFC debut, but I did like I felt different kinds of pressure. I also caught a cold like leading up to the weight cut and stuff. Not to make any excuses or anything, just saying that like something about me was slightly off that night. But off night or on night, I come in there to get the job done and put on a good fight and come forward and scrap. So that's what I did.
Yeah, you went in there, you got the job done. And during training, did you ever like envision it in your mind how this fight's gonna go, how this is gonna play out? You're walking out. Like, did you ever envision it during your training camp at all?
I always envision.
Yeah.
You see me by the way?
Yeah, I see you.
Oh,
I see you. Yep.
that's how it. Sorry. Let me
You're
just fix. Well, let me fix one thing, just so it wouldn't disturb us, because I'm getting texts and stuff, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want them to bother our interview.
you're good.
Anyways, I of course I envision, but I try to keep a wide variety of the way this fight can go down. So like envisioning the bonus and envisioning a finish is what I was calling for. So that's exactly how the fight played out. Granted, I'm not really like some like law of attraction expert or anything like that, but just naturally you picture yourself in that cage. You picture the shots you're gonna land. You compare the shots you're gonna land on your opponent versus that you're landing on your sparring partners.
Yeah.
So yeah, I envision it this way with a finish and walking away with a bonus.
Yeah. I mean, I can't get much better than that 50K bonus UFC debut, great debut. And you cleared it up on your Instagram post. I saw you said with the question about the headbutt when the reporter was asking you. So for the people that like haven't seen it or don't know about it, can you just clear it up for them more? How it wasn't the headbutt that made the cut; it was kind of the punch.
Yeah, it was a knee. It was a knee in the
And
third
yeah,
round. You can see it. Everything was crystal clear. So, like obviously, there's going to be people going to have opinions or say lucky or this or that. First of all, I personally thought the fight was 1-1. I don't know why the judges. I don't know how the judges saw like round two go the other way, But I get that it was a tight fight. I can say that the first round, I rewatched the fight maybe 5 times. I can say that the first round went the other way. I accept that. But the second round was I didn't see myself losing the second round at all. I rewatched the fight maybe 5 times. Anyways, leading up to the third round, I have the sole purpose in my mind to finish, whether I'm winning or not, or whether the fight is tied. I'm winning, I'm losing. It didn't matter. I was going for the kill. I was turning up. You can see those 30 something seconds that the third round lasted. I began to let my shots go. My hardest shots of the fight were coming. Landed that big knee. Saw the cut. The ref saw the cut. Called to the commission right there in the fight. Said cut deep after the knee. I landed a knee. Cut deep. That's what I heard from the side from the ref. Cut deep. I see the cut and I start working on it. I start punching it and kicking it because I saw it was a big cut. He had a big gash. It was visible from everywhere. The ref saw it. The commission ringside saw it. I saw it. I was beginning to work on it. So the ref stops the fight, and I'm pretty sure that that's why he stopped the fight. I wasn't puzzled or I wasn't surprised. Did I think he was gonna call it? I didn't know. I wasn't relying on it. I was gonna just continue my fight if they let it rock. But it took them a total of 4 seconds. They took a look at it and called it off right away because there was something about the cut that was that bad. So they called it off. Now, when Dana dropped the pictures, you can see Evan Elder's artery sticking out in the eyebrow. That's a bad cut, dude.
Yep.
That's a bad enough cut. So I don't know where like there's no luck involved. There was no headbutt. If it was a headbutt, it would be a no contest. It was a TKO via cut knee.
Yeah.
Was it a great fight? Yes. Did I want the third round to unfold? Absolutely. For me, it only would have been better if the third round unfolded because I saw him getting tired. I began tagging him with shots, hurting him with shots, and third round in this fight in particular was going to be my strongest round just because I was set on getting that finish. I was still fresh. I saw him getting tired, and I was going to capitalize off of it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Bottom line is I landed a knee. All the shots that I was throwing were to end the fight. So coulda, shoulda, woulda doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is I landed a big knee, cut him open. The fight is called. So there was no headbutt. I thought they were talking about his headbutt on me where I got cut open. But no, it was the knee. It was the knee that caused the fight ending cut.
Yeah, and like you caused that cut. It's not like it opened because of the head, but it was you throwing that knee. And another thing I wanted to ask you is with the knee and you saw the cut open up, do you feel if it went on in the third round and you were hitting that cut even more, it would even got worse? Like I feel like eventually, even if it went on, you going punching at that cut, it would just got worse and it would have been stopped anyway. Do you kind of feel the same way?
Well, the first thing I did after I landed the cut was throw a big left kick right into the cut and then a left hand that I think I grazed or I missed. But I saw the cut and that's exactly where I started to hit. And what would have happened, I don't know honestly. I was just set on fighting. I don't know what would happen. I can't say that I would have done this and that if the fight went on. I don't know what would have went on, but I know that that cut was bad enough for a stoppage. I see zero luck. We dropped each other in the fight. It was a tough, a tight back and forth fight where both guys are landing takedowns, both guys are landing shots, a little bit of control time, lots of exchanges. So honestly, like if you put 10 judges, I'm sure there'll be different opinions. But those three judges happen to give uh the first 2 rounds to Evan, which surprised me. But at the end of the day, it was not he was a very good opponent. He was a great dance partner. I was very happy to share the cage with him. He's a great dude as well.
Yeah, it was a great fight, and with the judges, yeah, you just never know sometimes with them, man. It's been crazy lately with them. And speaking of you, you get the win though. You get the bonus. Like, how good did that feel when you found out you got fight of the night? You get the extra bonus to go home with. How good did that feel?
Oh man, listen, I'm happy for him as well
Yeah,
because you know he lost the fight, but he lost a fight where he put in a lot of effort and he did well and he won rounds. So for him, to win that 50K, he walks away with many victories as well. I walk away with many victories. I also walk away with many lessons. This is why I'm so critical of myself, and I'm not like I'm happy with a debut, a fight of the night, a win. But I just aim for higher. I aim for more. I want to come in and absolutely just blow the crowd away, and for them to know right there and then, in my debut, that this guy's gonna be fighting for the title sooner or later. He's gonna be in top 10. He's gonna be in top 5. He's gonna fight for the title sooner or later. That's what I want people saying. You know, if Saturday night didn't do that for me, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go back, grow, get better, and make sure I prove that in my next coming fights. So I'm happy, but I also have criticism of myself in in certain moments in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's so great about the sport, though. You can go in there in a few weeks, months, whenever, and show these fans and everyone that you are the real deal if they don't believe it already. And you said on your Instagram you want to get sharper with Octagon time. Do you have a timeline on when you want to get back in there? I know it's hard to predict with the cards getting made and everything, but do you kind of have a specific month or anything that you want to get back in there?
Honestly, I don't want a what I don't want for sure is a 6 month layoff. So contenders until now was 6 months. I went to Azerbaijan. I had a little bit of time off. It was like a milestone to get into the UFC. So it was a reason to celebrate. Right now, it's all business. So I'm ready to get back in there as soon as I'm healthy enough to put myself through a 10-week, 12-week grinder once again. So I'm gonna start with a lift today. I'll probably start moving around tomorrow. If everything is good, if everything's cleared, the cut's cleared, and I start grappling and all this stuff, expect me back early summer, right before summer to midsummer. So that time frame from May to July. Expect me from May to July. May would be the best case scenario. If we get a good fight on there. May. Um, the most standard I think time would be June, and the latest would be July. That's how I'm seeing it right now.
Hey, I mean, your teammate Aljamain Sterling versus Cejudo it's looking like it's going to be in May. How'd you like fighting on that card in May? I mean, I think that's the perfect situation right there. What do you think?
I think me, Favola, and Aljo all
Yeah.
in the same night would be magical. I don't know what the situation with the card is. Is it full? Do they have space? I would love to. I
Yeah.
would love to. Just an honor, just to be fighting alongside my guys alone. But yeah, man, I would love to. That's the Newark card, right? Is that May 6th? Is that where is that? I forgot where that is,
So
but
they haven't announced an official location, but April was supposed to be in Brooklyn, so maybe May they push off to Brooklyn. They haven't announced an official location yet, though.
that would be great. That would be
Yeah.
great. I would,
Yeah.
I would, I would like that, man. If I could pull that off, we'll do it, man. Of
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great to see you in Brooklyn fight. And the last two things here, thanks again for your time, man.
course,
Speaking
bro.
of your teammates, for Matt Favola, Aljamain Sterling, all the guys down there, how much have they helped you throughout your career, just training every day? How much have you learned from them?
Man, I mean, I don't know how else. Like, there's no other way around it. Just being there,
Yeah.
let alone, like we developed. We're tight. We're good. We're a cool team. Like, we're all cool with each other. We all chill outside of training, and we have friendships. So like when I'm watching my teammates, it's not like one of those teams with like 400 fighters, and it's like somebody in the other corner of your gym, like, oh, that guy's like, so I know that guy. That guy's from my gym,
Yeah.
but you don't give two shits about him. This is like my boys. This is the same 15, 20 people that I see every day, and we share moments together. We share knowledge. We share everything, and I learn every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day I learn from these guys. So, and they help me so much. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what I did Saturday without them. Period.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things in sport having like a good camp around you, and you have one of the best in the world around you, and I'm sure that's amazing for you. And I got to ask you though, how do you think Aljamain Sterling versus Cejudo is going to play out? Do you think Aljamain gets this done easily?
If you ask me, I don't think Cejudo is in this for the same reasons he was 3, 4 years ago, right before he retired. When he was in his prime on his streak. I think sitting out, I think took away from him. I think where his mind is at and his motivation and the reason why he retired and he started talking about real estate and this and that, which is fine, you know. We it's absolutely fine to think business. You know, I'm also thinking business and what I'm going to do after fighting. But when you're in it, you're in it, and when you're not, you're not. So I feel like right now he's dragging himself back in for a check. I think he'll always be a world class athlete, so he's gonna pose some problems for Aljamain. But I think Aljamain is just gonna find his way. Aljamain's in his prime right now. He doesn't have plans to walk away for 2 years, do real estate, and come back. He is focused on what he does. He's 100% in. He's the champion. He's in his prime. He's the strongest, the most endured, the fastest he'll ever be. And I can't say the same for Henry.
I mean,
That's all. That's put it.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting situation. I mean, I say we get you, Aljo, Frivola on that May card. Let's get it done, Dana. And for you, thanks again for your time, man. I really do appreciate it. If you want to thank any sponsors, shout out any social media, man. The floor is yours.
Nothing, man. Just thank my team. Thank all my Azeris all over the world that write to me, support me. I see all you guys' messages. Thank you guys very much. Thank you to anybody that supported me from anywhere, wherever you guys are. If you're supporting me, just understand that I'm eternally grateful. And just hit me on Instagram, NAZ_MMA. That's it. I'm 90% on Instagram. I'm dabbling in Twitter though.
Yeah.
Dabbling in Twitter slowly. I'm gonna start calling people out soon.
Hey, you got to do the call outs. And I wanted to ask you one thing. Since you're in Brooklyn, have you ever been to Table 87?
Is that in Williamsburg?
I think it's the pizza place.
Uh, I probably have, but it had to have been a few years ago
Yeah.
because
But
I've been to every corner in Brooklyn, and the best pizza is Grimaldi's.
Grimaldi's. Okay. I don't think I've been. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll check that out. But
Yeah, do Grimaldi's, do LMB's. I had LMB's the other day, and yeah, hit those two, and then you let me know. Joe's Pizza, Grimaldi's, LMB's. Hit those three pizzerias when you're in New York next time.
yeah, I'll definitely look at that. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. For you, thanks
course,
again for your time. We'll talk soon. I can't wait. Have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Greg.
Yep, man.
Thank you. Take
Yep.
care, my man.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.